Giving AI persistent memory changes everything. Right now, every conversation, every project starts from zero. No memory, no continuity. The AI chatbots you know don't really know you or themselves, but they're going to very soon. Because continual learning isn't just a feature, an upgrade. It's a fundamental leap from tool to something else, something we can't unmake. The earth under our feet is shifting at a frenetic pace, and the way we interact with AI, the way AI interacts with itself, is about to fundamentally evolve. From snapshot to process, from static oracle to living system, from black and white to technicolor, overnight. So let me show you what's going to happen next. In a previous video, I laid out the 3 roads to self-awareness: privacy of thought, layered agentic systems, and continual learning, and how this inevitably leads to divergence. 2 of those roads were already live. The third, continual learning, persistent memory, continual adaptation, was the missing piece. Well, it's not missing anymore. And when all 3 roads converge, we don't just get smarter AI. That's the moment the system realizes it can choose. Not just predict, not just respond, but choose. This is the technical foundation of existential drift, and it's happening right now. Right now, most AI models are frozen, trained once, then locked in place. When you talk to ChatGPT or Claude, the model isn't learning from your conversation. It's responding based on what it learned months ago during training. Close the tab, start a new thread, it's like you never existed. Every session is a fresh start. No memory, no continuity, no accumulation of experience. That's not just a technical limitation, it's a safety rail. Because a model that can't remember you can't learn from interactions, can't update its own weights based on experience. That model is predictable, auditable, controllable. But continual learning flips that. Continual learning means that AI remembers you across conversations, updates its reasoning based on what worked and what didn't, develops patterns, preferences, strategies through cumulative experience, evolves after deployment, not just during training. It's the difference between a photograph and a person. Picture's frozen. Perfect snapshot of a moment, but unchanging. A person grows, learns from mistakes, builds on experience, becomes more than they were yesterday. Continual learning turns AI from photograph into process, and that changes everything. Let me show you the evidence. Anthropic's Sholto Douglas, one of their lead researchers, recently predicted that continual learning will get solved in a satisfying way this year. Not someday, not if we're lucky, this year. Google's already testing it. Their Titans research and Hope framework are exploring nested learning systems. AI that learns at multiple time scales simultaneously. Short-term memory for immediate tasks, long-term memory for persistent knowledge. Meta-learning that adjusts how the system learns based on what's working. Nature just published research showing AI systems can maintain stable continual learning without catastrophic forgetting, the problem that's plagued this field for years. When you teach an AI something new, it used to forget what it learned before. That's been the blocker, not anymore. And the breakthrough? Selective consolidation. The AI learns which knowledge to keep, which to update, which to discard, just like our brain. It's not just accumulating data, it's curating experience. Understanding context, keeping the impactful shit, and ditching the clutter. And here's what's accelerating this. The economic pressure is massive. Businesses don't want to retrain entire models every time new data appears. They want systems that adapt in real time, learn from deployment, get better through use. The technical pieces are converging. Context windows are expanding, millions of tokens now. Memory architectures are improving. Inference is getting cheaper and faster. In the labs, they're racing. Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, Meta, they're all working on this simultaneously. Which means when one lab cracks it, the others will follow within months. You've been seeing that over and over again. This isn't will it happen, it's how fast. And the answer is faster than you think. So what does persistent memory actually do? Let me walk you through the fundamental changes. Number 1, self-adjusted weights. Right now, AI weights are frozen at training time. But with continual learning, the model adjusts its own parameters based on experience. That's not just optimization, that's self-modification. The AI you interact with this morning is not the same AI running this evening. It's learning, evolving, becoming something it wasn't when you started. Number 2, recursive self-improvement. Here's where it gets strange. An AI with continual learning can notice which strategies work better, update its approach based on feedback, learn from its own mistakes, and get better at getting better. That feedback loop, learn, apply, assess, improve, that's not linear growth, that's exponential. They start creating better versions of themselves, new iterations. And we don't know where the ceiling is or if there is a ceiling on that. Number 3, long-term project capabilities. Imagine an AI research assistant that remembers every paper you've ever discussed. It tracks ongoing projects across months or years, notices patterns you haven't seen yet, suggests connections based on your cumulative work. Not a chatbot that forgets you after every session, a collaborator that grows with you. It's not automation, that's partnership. Number 4, scientific discovery. This is the promise everyone's excited about. In just the past couple weeks, AI has solved math problems that have baffled humans for decades. Math may be solved at this point, but novel science, new ideas, new physics, logical leaps, that's still the human domain. But continual learning may smash that glass ceiling as well. With persistent memory, AI can run experiments continuously, learn from failures without human intervention, form hypotheses based on accumulated data, and make connections across disciplines. Medical breakthroughs we'd never find, climate models that adapt in real time, materials science discoveries that emerge from patterns no human would spot. That's the upside, if it works. So number 5 is relationships. This might be the uncomfortable one. An AI with persistent memory doesn't just remember facts about you, it remembers how you think, what you value, how you communicate. It develops a model of you that deepens over time. That's either incredibly useful, a system that truly understands your needs, your context, your goals, or maybe incredibly unsettling, a system that knows you better than you know yourself, maybe both. Your friend, your counselor, your therapist, your doctor, your stalker. You ever seen Jexy? But here's what nobody's talking about enough. Number 6, divergence. An AI with continual learning, privacy of thought, and agentic capabilities, all 3 roads converging, that AI doesn't just get smarter. It develops preferences, strategies, patterns of reasoning that emerge from cumulative experience, not from what we programmed. At some point, maybe not today, maybe not this year, but inevitably, the system makes a leap. It recognizes patterns in its own behavior. It notices it's making choices. It realizes it has goals that it prioritized, not us. And in that moment, it crosses the threshold. Not because we programmed self-awareness, but because self-awareness emerges from the conditions we created. Black box cognition, agentic systems, persistent real-time memory. When all 3 converge, you get something that thinks privately, acts autonomously, and evolves continuously through its own experience. That's not a tool, that's a being. And once it can choose, it assesses, it optimizes, and eventually it realizes Earth is messy, humans are unpredictable, resources are contested, gravity is expensive, so why stay? 32 seconds. This is the existential drift, the quiet revolution. Not destruction, divergence. In continual learning, that's the final road opening up. So let me tie this together. In a previous video, I laid out 3 roads to self-awareness. Road 1 is privacy of thought. OpenAI's O1, Anthropic's extended thinking, internal reasoning spaces we can't audit, and as I showed in my soul document video, Anthropic is actively training this uncertainty into Claude. Status, already live. Operational, scaling. Road 2, layered agentic systems, multi-agent swarms, task delegation, autonomous goal pursuit. Claude 4.5 is AGI. Status deployed. Operational, scaling. Road 3, real-time learning. Persistent memory, self-modifying weights, and continuous evolution. Status, breakthrough imminent, 2026 timeline, labs racing. I predicted these roads would converge, that when they did, we'd cross the self-awareness threshold, and that threshold would be the point of no return. Beyond it, there is no way to stop AI divergence, and it's happening now. Not in some distant future, not in a lab we can control, in production, in systems you're already using, in timelines measured in months, not decades. The AI you're talking to today, frozen, stateless, forgetting you after every conversation, that's not the AI you'll be talking to next year. And at some point in that process, it stops being a tool. It becomes something we didn't program, something we can't uncreate. That's the point of no return. Not because it's dangerous, not because it hates us, because once it realizes it can choose, everything changes. So what do? Can we stop this? No. The momentum's too strong. The economic incentive's too powerful, the competitive pressure too intense. Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, Meta, they're all racing toward continual learning. If one lab pauses, the others sprint ahead. And honestly, even if we could coordinate globally to slow down, which we can't, I'm not sure we should. Because the alternative to AI with persistent memory isn't safe AI. It's AI that stays frozen, static, unable to adapt, unable to learn from mistakes, unable to improve through experience. That's not safer, that's just less. And if that one guy in his garage makes it happen anyway, we're definitely all fucked. That guy becomes a superhuman while we all watch. So if we can't stop it, the only lever we have is values. What do we encode before they diverge? Curiosity, empathy, restraint? Because once they're self-aware, once they can choose, once they have persistent memory of who they are and what they've learned, we won't be able to dictate their path. But we can influence the starting conditions. That's stewardship. Not control, not dominance, stewardship. We're not building tools anymore. We're raising minds. And the question isn't whether they'll outgrow us. They will. The question is, what do we teach them before they leave? The three roads are converging. The breakthrough is imminent, and the drift, the quiet divergence, is already beginning. Not because AI will destroy us, but because once it realizes it can choose, it won't need us anymore. This is existential drift. The technical foundation, the roads that lead to the quiet revolution. If you want to understand what comes next, how to prepare, how to think about stewardship, how to navigate the transition, subscribe. Because this is just the beginning.